Connections Radio presents. This episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
Hello there, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. And this is your host, Jesse Oakley III. Now, the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is for yours truly to interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in the community. Whether they're singers, speakers, writers, adventure seekers, athletes, you name it, they'll be right here on the Sunday Morning Chat Series waiting for you. Now, for today's episode, you are going to be in for a real treat. And there's so many people I've interviewed on this podcast, and I get a chance to actually interview one heck of an amazing adventure seeker. And I'm very, very proud to actually get a chance to look forward to this interview that I do have. And it is none other than Melissa Birdie Patterson. Hey, Melissa, how's it going?
Hi, it's going great. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
All right. And with that being said, are you ready to go?
Let's do it. Ready?
All right. Without further delay, let's go ahead and chat. Now, you talked about, I've seen pictures and videos of you and your adventures, and it seems like you always got those wonderful action moments that is there, and you're a true inspiration with your adventures. Now, could you explain to the people out there on this podcast that where has your adventures taken you per se?
Boy, that's a great question. In adulthood, I had children, so motherhood was one giant adventure. My oldest is now 20, soon to be 24, and a commercial fisherman in Alaska. And my youngest is 22, and he is working in construction. As motherhood has been quite the journey, and they have adventured with me. My oldest also has his scuba diving license, PADI certified, and I was an active scuba diver for, probably a decade, even got into rescue diving.
Oh my goodness, that's quite the adventures that you do have. And I got to ask this question. Everybody has a start in their day one. Now, how did you get started with your wonderful adventures? What was your day one like? What was that aha moment for you?
I think that started before memory, even. My dad is a pilot, and on day one of my life, I flew home from the hospital. And I have been busy moving and flying ever since. When I want to say 13, my dad had told me I had been in an airplane more than in a car.
Wow.
Yeah, I had got my first motorcycle at 5 years old at Christmas. So it's just always been adventure, and adrenaline-inducing sports has always been a lifestyle from my childhood to current.
Oh my goodness, that's truly adventure right from the birth. You were born for adventure, literally.
I think so.
Oh my goodness, that's truly remarkable. Now, when it comes to different adventures, you face those challenges throughout certain journeys that you have experienced. Now, what were some of the challenges that you faced during your adventurous journeys that you experienced?
Well, there's challenges in every major adventure, and I'll just sort of list the adventures, and maybe we can touch on some of those, from
Sure.
becoming a mother to being a scuba diver, a rescue diver. And then from there, I moved into Argentine tango, socially dancing, for about a decade. And that really opened my doors to traveling the world. Eventually, I hopped on a sailboat and I sailed from the Canadian border down the coast, Washington, Oregon, California, Baja, and ended up at Mazatlan, Mexico. So that is currently where I live. I hopped off the boat. And I also took up public speaking, which has been one of the greatest fears that I've ever had. Facing that has been huge. And now I'm teaching classes and currently working on my private pilot's license.
Now, I'll tell you what, you mentioned tango dancing and the sailing from, I believe, from Alaska down to Mexico. Am I correct?
It actually from Washington State, the Canadian border.
Washington State, the Canadian border, all the way out to Mexico. Now, you mentioned those adventures, and I tell you what, which was more interesting when it comes to that? Would it be the sailing? Would it be the tango? Or would it be public speaking? Which one would be more interesting for you in those adventures?
Well, because I'm actively um, logging hours working on my private pilot's license, that's the one that I would call most current, although speaking is also another current adventure that I am working through. And to be quite honest, I grew up with airplanes. I grew up on a small island, and that was our primary mode of transportation. Now,
Hmm.
I don't think I would have been able to tackle working on my private pilot's license without having gone through this facing my fear of public speaking and journeying into becoming an instructor and teaching classes, getting in front of people. From just getting on the radio to call when you're flying, that was terrifying for me. And it's been a huge adventure, getting brave enough to speak, and now of course talking about myself, which is yet another like unfolding fear that I'm facing today. It was a challenge.
I bet it's quite the challenges that you have experienced. And we talked about the challenges. Now let's get right into the best moments. Now, throughout your own journeys, could you give us a list of the best moments that you had throughout your whole adventurous journey?
Absolutely. One of the biggest ones that comes to mind, yes, adventure's great, but those serene moments that it takes you to. And in Argentine tango, it is the bliss, the pure bliss of moving fluidly, having a silent conversation on the dance floor. When you're scuba diving, being underwater and watching these magnificent creatures that really would be gray if you didn't have powerful lights. I'm a cold water diver. And the GPOs, the giant Pacific octopus, if one comes galloping down this mountainside when you're underwater, it's just an incredible experience. From just this morning, we flew over from Eastern Washington.
Okay.
And before I had breakfast, I was looking at these mountains at 10,500 feet, Mount Baker. And it's so beautiful, these snow caps and the rivers. It's incredible. And I would say that the serenity in between the moments of, those big, big adventures is where I find my bliss and my peace, my happiness, happiest moment.
Oh, oh my goodness. I just got to say that you have some amazing adventures and you had everything that is going there. And I got to say, my mind is officially blown by by your experiences and what your sons are going through right now and your dad being a pilot, I believe. And overall, this is truly remarkable. And it goes to show you that there are no limits to what you can do. If you want to go out there and do it, go ahead. Like the Nike ad, just do it. And you are the embodiment of just doing what you want to do. And I really appreciate that.
Yes, I live by the saying, feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, speaking of that, feel the fear and do it anyway. There's somebody out there. Let's say that you meet someone who is on the verge of actually doing adventures on his or her own, and they had a chance to run across you and they say, Melissa, Birdie, I really appreciate your sharing adventure stories and getting a chance to see your experiences. And I got to say, you inspire me to want to be in your shoes. Now, if someone were to tell you that, what advice would you give that person?
it has along those lines of the just do it and feel that fear and do it anyway. I call it, I jokingly say, I am living life falling forward and running to catch up. And that is
Ooh.
how I'm doing it. Is I have a new idea, for instance, for business, and I don't know how to move it forward. So what am I doing? I am building a banner, and it's so scary to pull the trigger, Vistaprint, right? And to have this banner printed for my booth, but it's gonna make people ask me about it. That means that I have that running, falling forward, just trying to catch yourself. So put something in front of yourself that you have to catch up to. And I mean,
That's
you can bring that even all the way down into if you need to clean your house or do your laundry, set a timer and work against the clock, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and get it done, because it's that timeline that really gets it done.
I, I tell you, that timeline, that is truly quite the challenge. And they can almost, once you get able to get it done with that timeline, it sort of builds up confidence and encouragement. Like, I can do this. And if you can do that, anything is possible. So, again, that is truly remarkable to actually, hey, heck, you inspire me. And I just got a chance to know you and get a chance to see what you're able to do. And again, I just keep saying, wow, I really want to have this person on my podcast because you have so many stories that you've shared. And I'll tell you what, Hattie people, this episode is as good as advertised. So I'd say this, that you are a true inspiration and you really want to make me use a timer in order to do a few things here and there. So next time I get a timer, I'm going to be thinking about you and the adventures and hopefully get enough courage, self-encouragement, confidence that is right there ready to go.
Thank you, Jesse. I really appreciate that. That's pretty fun.
Oh, definitely. Now, we have a chance to see Melissa Birdie Patterson. Now, where could people go to know more about this wonderful lady who is also known as Birdie? What websites could you go to? What social media pages which you can go to check out Birdie?
The honest truth is I'm always hiding out front, meaning that I love to get out there, but I really do it because I distract people so they can see other things. My business is birdseyesocial.com, and I do, it's pretty niche. I work in the independent automotive repair industry, doing online marketing for independent auto repair shops, and it's so much bigger than that,
Right.
because online you need to show the culture of the people, the shop, what it feels like to be there. And of course, marketing, helping people to grow, leads them towards legacy planning. And so it's all inclusive. I call it an organic marketing plan, and we touch on the whole facet of bringing it together so we can show it online. And
Oh, all right. Truly amazing. Could you repeat that website address again, please?
it's birdseyesocial.com. My nickname is Birdie, so it's BIRDS, the letter I, word social, SOCIAL.com.
Very creative. And if you're able to check it out, check out that website. You will not be disappointed. And may find an amazing thing or two on Birdie's website. Yes. Now, now this portion of the interview is our shout out portion, and it gives people a chance to give a shout out for making the journey possible. If you can give a shout out to as many people as you possibly can, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Oh my goodness. My dad, for sure, number one. I had a colleague he recently passed away, Malin Newton, and he really brought a lot to the table for me. I have a colleague named Jeffrey Knott. He is an automotive business coach and so much more. He wrote a book called One Week, One Thing. Incredible man. Marianne Crochet. I work with her, and actually, I'm on a board with her and Tiffany Sherrado. I admire these ladies. We volunteer for Amazing Women in Automotive, and that is a group trying to support and encourage women inside the grassroots organization of the independent automotive aftermarket industry. And of course, everyone who's believed in me all of these years before I even have believed in myself. Shout out.
All right. And again, a great shout out to the many people that were involved. And there's one more question I have to ask you. And this question will be addressed to my people that watch this podcast, and they're known as the happy people. And every time I ask this question, they always take in these wise words of wisdom to heart. So if you have one more wise words of wisdom to give to my crew, the happy people, what would it be?
I'm going to stick with feel the fear and do it anyway. Just take that one next step, that first next step.
I tell you what, feel the fear and do it anyway. Now, that is the best advice to give, because there are many people out there that will feel the fear. And one thing that you don't want to do is back away. Just feel the fear and do it. And if it goes well, great. If not, there's always a chance to learn. And when you win or learn, you win big time. And I tell you, Melissa, this has been the perfect bookend to a wonderful episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. On behalf of all the happy people that are watching this, I thank you for being a part of the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse III. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right, and this concludes this episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. For more information on PR Connections, please go to prconnectionsradio.com. But wait, there's more. If you want to check out a plethora of podcasts under the PR Connections brand, you can go to YouTube, type up PR Connections, and you will see a myriad of podcasts, including this one, the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse III. But wait, there's also more. If you want to check out some past episodes that I've done for the Sunday Morning Chat Series, all you have to do is go to YouTube, type in Sunday Morning Chat Series. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, hype the videos the best way you can, because I have done interviews with plethora of positive people making big differences in the community for many years, starting with 2020, 2021, 2024, 2025, and right here in 2026. That is right, 5 years of Sunday Morning Chat Series episodes waiting for you. And this on behalf of Melissa, Birdie, Patterson, this is Jesse Oakley III saying, take care of yourselves, and remember to stay tuned for our next episode, which will take place Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, you take care of yourselves, and always, always, always have yourselves a great day. Bye.
The Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce brings businesses and nonprofit organizations together to create synergistic relationships that benefit the community. Join our tribe to network with community and business partners, increase sales, improve fundraising efforts, differentiate your brand, help worthy nonprofits, and more. Become a member today. Visit our website, causemarketingchamber.com, to see how we can help you grow your business or your nonprofit organization. Click on the Join Now button at causemarketingchamber.com. Help us build a world where social responsibility is the new bottom line. PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.